And got it. Good stuff. Okay, so welcome to LinkedIn for Breakfast. Fantastic to have you all here. Today we're going to be doing a bit of a deep dive into how to go live on LinkedIn and actually what streaming should be done, how to do the streaming, what software to use, how to structure a stream. And we've got a couple of exciting things that people can get involved with that we'll be talking about as well. So before we start, we always just kind of want to share a little bit about us and our mission. So my name is Richard Woods, and I run Million Dollar Sprint and LinkedIn for Breakfast, and I help people to be able to scale their businesses. Our mission here at LinkedIn for Breakfast is to help entrepreneurs unlock their full potential of LinkedIn. And what is it when we think about that? Well, we see it as two things. One is around this kind of business development piece. That's the lead generation, the thing that makes that inbox ping with new inquiries. That's what we're going to help you with. And the second part is brand expansion. So what is it that you're doing to be able to really help your brand to be able to be seen and recognized further and wider? So business development, brand expansion, those two pieces are super, super important. And if we can help you, and our mission is to do that, then we want to make this place, LinkedIn for Breakfast, the best place on earth to learn LinkedIn for free. That's our vision. And so please tell your friends, please invite people along to it, because this is a great, safe place to be able to share, get ideas, get some support. And there's extended support in our free community, our free school community, LinkedIn for Breakfast here, where there's free courses, there's training, there's recordings of these sessions, there's people asking questions, we run pods in there. It is just a powerhouse of free, fun, exciting content. And I'm sure Flora, because she's amazing at doing this, has put the link to it in the chat right now. Let's just double check. And there it is. Perfect. Great. Okay, Jan already says it really is the best place on earth. Thank you, Jan, for your very kind comment. So the link's in the chat there. But if you are watching this in a live stream and can't see the link, just Google school group LinkedIn for Breakfast, or just Google LinkedIn for Breakfast, and you will find us. Great. Let's move on to the next slide. There we go. Perfect. So our agenda for this morning, and we always do sort of 45 minutes, just 45 minutes. And the first sort of 25 minutes or so will be demo, and then we'll be doing more interaction. So part one is, what is LinkedIn Live and how do you use it? And I will be doing an actual demo for you of how to do it. Then second part is we're going to use a breakout room and just get you guys to share your experiences of lives, or some thoughts, because we also want you to think about, are you ready to do it? And we're then going to give you the opportunity to work with us each day next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, to do a live a day each week. There's no pitch, there's no sale, there's no cost to that. It is a complete free 4-day LinkedIn Live challenge where, as a community, we're going to go live each day. And I'm going to do a 9 o'clock UK time session where I'm going to tell everybody what the theme of the day is next week. And then we're going to do a little bit of training on how to do that, give you some slides, give you some templates, give you some examples, and then bam, you're away. So if you're up for that and you really want to get your teeth into that, this is a great intro. And then that's a great practical challenge for you. Cool. Excited about that. Okay, great stuff. So LinkedIn Live, to do a live stream, to do a live broadcast on LinkedIn, you know, the thing that pops up and people go, Richard Woods is now live. It's that. That's what we're talking about. And the beauty of it, the reason why I like a LinkedIn Live, gang, is that it will not only live stream, and it will also ping people to say that we are live, but it will stay there on your profile, gathering further views later, like a video would do. And it's instant. It goes there. It goes live. It's the replay is instantly available. And as I'll show you later, you can also create events on LinkedIn, invite people to register for it. That creates leads and awareness, and then go live into that event. So that is also another great way of gathering up momentum and also interest in what you do. So there's a lot of real kind of levers to pull when we're thinking about live streaming. And there's a lot of kind of practical application in terms of lead generation, brand awareness, which of course is our two core elements that we see LinkedIn as being great for small businesses. And also remember, when you're a small business, people buy people, right? And so that's the thing. There's the one differentiator that you've got in your back pocket is you. And so LinkedIn Lives is a great way of bringing that to the forefront and showing people your expertise, your personality, and why they should follow you, learn more from you, even book appointments to meet you and discuss projects to do with you, right? So that's why we really love it. So to get started, you need to have more than 150 followers / connections. So yes, you can live stream on a page. And so if you've got a business company page, you can do live streams there. You just need to have more than 150 people that are liking / following that page. Most of us, though, and the recommendations that I would give you is to always live stream on your personal profile. Why? Because when it does that push to say Richard Woods is live on LinkedIn, that's going to go out to my 20,000 connections, as opposed to Richard Woods live stream on LinkedIn for breakfast page, which is only going to go out to 500 people that follow it, right? And so the percentage likelihood of a bigger audience is going to be far greater as me. So that's why you would do it. Good. You also have to use a third-party streaming. LinkedIn has not inbuilt a streaming platform like Facebook, for example, or Instagram. You can live stream natively. What do I mean by that? Directly through the platform. So you press the button, you go live on Facebook. That does not happen on LinkedIn. You have to use a third-party tool. I'm going to show you which tool, and the nice thing is it's got a free freemium model. So you'll be able to play with it to your heart's content. So you have to use that. So I recommend StreamYard. Why do I recommend StreamYard? Is because if you get good at this, not only can you stream to LinkedIn, but you can also stream simultaneously to YouTube, to Facebook, to Instagram. You actually can do it to Twitter now as well. And I think there's a few other things that they're bringing down the line, probably a TikTok. But you have to upgrade to stream to multi-platforms, but you can stream to one platform for the price of my favorite number, which is free. So when we're thinking about streaming on LinkedIn, do that. Now, there is a little affiliate link here. Now, this honestly, guys, it's not, the irony of this is because I don't pay for StreamYard, and this affiliate link only gives me credits off the premium of StreamYard. So I don't actually use the credits that I get from this. But if you ever do in the future, if you use the link that I'm putting into the chat here to sign up for a free account, and you want to upgrade to stream to multiple platforms later, you may well then be able to use the credit it will give you for using that link. So it's more like a, hey, this is some money that you might get off in there. So when you click this link, because the reason, and by the way, if people go, well, why is Richard not using premium? Is that because I just stream to one platform, and that's LinkedIn, because I have the power of one, which is my one place, which is LinkedIn. So why would I need to stream to other places? Because my focus point is LinkedIn. Cool. The easiest way. So when you come in, you'll hit a button that looks like that, and you can see, hey, you've been referred and you receive a credit there. So that's all the things. You don't need to use that, right? But we want to get you into this page, which is the destination page when you join. So this is the dashboard of StreamYard. So if you go in there and you look at it, and then what you've got is these options to hook up your Facebook page, your LinkedIn page, your LinkedIn profile, channels, etc. In there. And you want to then click on LinkedIn profile and then synchronize your LinkedIn profile with it. So it's going to give you one of these pop-ups which says, hey, StreamYard wants to be able to access your LinkedIn name and address and bank account details and, whatever it is. But it basically wants to allow that. It doesn't ask bank account details. It wants to basically allow the communication between StreamYard and LinkedIn. You've all seen these things before, so just to set them. It may ping up when you do this. This is a word of warning because this is where some people get a stumbling block. It will do this LinkedIn notification at the top that says, if you read this, LinkedIn Live Access is not approved for LinkedIn Live. And actually, basically what that means is that you've got probably on your page, you may have, 1,000 connections, but somewhere connected to your account, there is a company page that has less than 100 or 150 followers. And it will then say that. And you see in this box here, note that LinkedIn improves pages and profiles separately. So it's possible your profile meets the requirements, but not your page and vice versa. So just press return to dashboard. Don't worry, it will all be grand. Right. You get to the dashboard like this, and then let's go create a live. So let me actually go onto the real StreamYard here. Let me just get rid of the fact that we are streaming this streaming. And here's where you'll get into the dashboard in here. And you can then work out if you want to do a live stream or you want to upload a recording or an on-air webinar, which is basically just creating like a webinar software. So I don't use that at all. If you want to do recording, so you record it and then you upload it because you're worried about actually going live, you can do that. I don't think you should do that. I think you should actually play at doing a live stream. And then you go hit this live stream and you go create a live. Now, we can choose where we want to go put it. So you've got your YouTube there or wherever you put it. So I'm going to click on this, and this is me saying I want to go live on my LinkedIn, right? If I've already got an event set up on LinkedIn, I can actually hook this live up to an event that I pre-set up and invited people to, so I can go find that event there, or I can go create a new stream. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this twice, because I'm going to show you that if I click this schedule for later, it's actually going to allow me to set up with a date and actually upload a thumbnail, and then it will talk to LinkedIn and actually create a new event on LinkedIn. And that new event, then I can invite people to. So I'm going to do that demonstration after I've actually gone live and showed you how the live bit works, because it takes about 5 minutes for me to set up the event, or for me to press the button here and for the event to get set up on LinkedIn. So I'm going to set up an event for the future so you can see that. And then I'm going to go do a new live stream, and I'm just going to go live straight off the bat. So, and this will become apparent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, if I wanted to set up an event on Monday to go live, then I'm going to do this. So I'm going to go into my calendar and then say on day one, Monday, this is the 4-day challenge that I'm talking about. I'm going to then copy and paste, and I'm just going to set this up. And so I'm going to give it a title. I'm going to give it a description. So by the way, this is the thing that we're talking about. So this is day one of our 4-day LinkedIn challenge. And I'm going to set that up like that. I'm going to then say it's going to happen on, oh, no, not Sunday, on Monday at 9 a.m. Be there or be square, my friends. Here we go. And then I can upload a thumbnail for this. And I've got a day one challenge thumbnail. And there you go. Lovely. I can just move that across. Perfect. Press apply. Good stuff. And then I can then go create the live stream like this. So now what's happening is StreamYard is talking to LinkedIn, and it's creating that event in LinkedIn. And you can see here it's sitting there scheduled, ready for me to go start it at 9 o'clock on Monday the 12th. Cool. So Monday 12th, I'd go in there, I'd go enter studio. What I'm going to show you now is, let's say it's, let's now go live if I just wanted to go live in the moment. So I'm going to go click live stream. I'm going to go into create live stream. I'm going to go to Richard Woods here, and I'm going to go give it a title. So how to live stream demo in here. Perfect. And then I'm going to go give it a description. So something along the lines of, just for fun, happy days. And I'm not going to need to schedule it for later. Now, if I'm on the premium version, I can actually remove the fact that I'm having a referral message in the description. I'm not worried about that, because I'm happy to promote like StreamYard, because I'm using it for free. And so I'm going to create the live stream. And so now I'm going to enter the studio. Ooh, very exciting. Now, when you enter the studio, hello studio over there. So I've got a couple of cameras working. You can change your different camera settings. You can add up different cameras and all that sort of fun stuff. So you can kind of play about with that all that you want. G'day. And so I can give a description. I can then go give myself a title. Founder of LinkedIn for breakfast. There you go. Something along those lines. If you really wanted to. and then I can enter the studio. Now, if you've seen me do this demo before, you will notice, or if you played about this before, they've added scenes into StreamYard, which I really like, and it works really well. I'm going to show you this, but ultimately, just to kind of give you a bit of orientation, the middle bit is the TV. That's what will be streamed when I hit this go live button top right. So don't worry, it's not going live yet. And so I can here's the green room underneath, and I can have the green room, and I can add myself to the stage. Now, just in case there's people here that are watching this who have who know what I'm doing with StreamYard and have a StreamYard account, sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm going to just go and invite a guest, because I can invite guests to join me on the stream. And so I can click that button, invite guests, I can press copy, and I can put that in the chat. Now, if there's anybody on here that knows StreamYard or can jump in as a guest, feel free to do so and join me if you can. If you can't, no worries. And if we can't get that demo part done, it's not a problem, but I thought I'd get that in early just in case people are in here. Good. Now let's go look at this. So this is the stream. So hello, this is the stream in here. And if I go live, that will stream. Now, the cool thing about StreamYard is it's got a number of different functions. So on the right-hand side, I can see if comments are asked whilst I'm streaming, and they will ping up like this. And I can go, oh, there's been a new comment that's come up. I can also show banners that come across like this, and I can set up different banners and I can put them across. And I can say, hey, here's a nice little banner like this, right? And so there's a few other things that I'm going to show in here when we go live. But you can sort of see how that works. When we're doing the scenes, I can actually create different scenes. So at the start, I can do a bit of an intro sizzle that will look like this. So I can put intro sizzle, and then I need to put a oh, I didn't have it preloaded. Okay, right, let me do it. So I can create a scene, and I can actually upload a video file. And so that might be like a little intro video, which I do have here. And as that uploads, it means I can have this demo music. And so I can kick off my thing with this scene. And then once that's done, I can then move to this part of the stage. And then, hi, everybody, how you doing? So I can do like my own little intro slides, and then you can have an outro. And then also, if I wanted to do slides, I can create a scene on here with slides, and I can go and upload and use some slides that maybe I've uploaded, and I can go here. And so I can use slides that I'm using. And actually, if I use a slide presentation, I can go and put an actual slide deck up and add that to the stage. And then I can actually flick between the different slides. And then if I wanted to create a new scene, and I can do that as a group discussion, and I can then add that to the scene. So I've created a scene, and then the amazing David has joined us here in here for the interview. Fantastic. So David, you hang on there, and I'm going to go actually live, and I'm going to have you. I'm going to keep David. See, I'm keeping David in the green room, and Gregor in the green room as well, so we can go and have a group discussion. And so we're going to get it all sorted. So you can see how I can set this up, and I've got my different slides in there. Oh wow, I got loads of people joining me here, which is fantastic. All right, we can have a play with this. Okay, so let's go live and see how we fare. Okay, so we're going to go live. If I wanted to put an intro video, I could do, but I've created a scene, so I'm going to go do that, and I'm going to go click here, and I'm going to go live. So welcome everybody welcome to our intro of this presentation. So for anybody watching this live on LinkedIn now, this is me doing a demo to, and this is you're over here, this is me doing a demo to my LinkedIn for Breakfast crew who are on this video here, and I'm zooming me doing a live stream to you wonderful LinkedIn for Breakfast or wonderful LinkedIn people over here. Now, what I've been showing them is this is StreamYard, and StreamYard has the ability for us to do different scenes. And so what I'm going to do in this live stream is I'm going to show a few of these scenes, the people who are watching on Zoom are going to see using the back end tools. The people that are watching the live stream will be able to comment. So it'll be lovely to see your comments below, because I'll be able to ping those up onto stage, and you should be able to see this on live stream. Plus, I'll also be able to show how some of these software tools work. Now, the lovely thing about StreamYard is totally free. So if you want to use it, feel free to play with it, right? And so I can do an intro sizzle that will look like this. And then, boom, I can go on like this. Yeah. And so it allows me to bring up videos, and I can go, hey, straight after my intro sizzle. And then I can also do a slide presentation, which will look like this. And I can work on different slides. And if I want to make myself bigger, I can make myself bigger. And if I want to make myself in the corner a little small, I can do that. And if I want to use banners, I can use banners that will work across like this. And if I want to pick up particular points within my slide deck, I can put different slides that work the way across. I've also got the ability to see private chat. Now, you won't be able to see this, but this is me being able to speak to the other guests. So if you're watching this on Zoom, you can do this, and I can chat to the other guests and say, oh, spell things wrong, but say hi, gang, and be able to talk to say, hey, you're up next, and we're going to be working you through. So talking about those guests, I can add a bit of a group discussion, and I can bring David to the stage here. Good to see you, David. You're muted, but there may be a slight audio issue happening. Oh, David, can you hear me?
Yes, hi, Richard. Great to be here on LinkedIn on Breakfast with you. Thank you.
Fantastic. Welcome, welcome. And also, we did have Gregor, but I've got Hayark in here, and wonder if we can also talk to him. So you can have multiple people come onto the stage. But we've got muted and camera off there, so we might be having some technical issues there. But the lovely thing we have there. So, David, what's your experience of StreamYard, and how have you used it?
Well, I use it on a weekly basis for my weekly moment that I learned from you. So it's really great. And I must say, I use it intensively. Every Thursday morning, I have a show, a weekly, from 8 o'clock.
Oh, I'm just wondering, David, can the Zoom guests actually hear it? Give us a thumbs up, or can you hear David? Fantastic. Okay, good stuff.
He's very quiet, actually.
Very quiet, but we can hear it. Okay, so you're doing a so this it's only because the Zoom's got to pick it up as well, so it's going to be difficult. But you do a weekly show, David.
Yes, yeah, I do a weekly show every Thursday from 8 o'clock South African time. On StreamYard, using it, and I actually learned it from you, so thank you very much.
That's awesome. Well, great, David. Thank you so much, and thank you for jumping into this stream. It's wonderful. I'm going to say goodbye now and move you back into the green screen. Good to see you, David. Welcome, welcome. So you can see how cool that would be, and when it works through. And then when you get really nice comments, you can bring someone like Luke Westwood up here, who's commented on LinkedIn, and it brings up his profile photo and his comment, and it's nicely branded like this. How cool is that, guys? Like, it's really nice and interactive, isn't it? And then if you wanted to sort of tweak and change the way things looked, you can go into style like this. And if I wanted to change the style, I can make it more bubbly or more minimalist, or make it more block, whatever that means. But I like classic. And look, if you want to then get rid of the StreamYard logo on there, you can upgrade, and there's all of that sort of fun stuff. If I wanted to make it a little bit more circular or square, if I'm going to be streaming. So, for example, if I'm streaming on something like one of the social media platforms, I can then use like different ways of doing it. But to start off with, we want to use this, and obviously change the color scheme if I wanted to change it to, I don't know, this color, and then bam, we're back, right? So cool, right? And it works really well. And of course, then you can have different media assets if you wanted to. So if you wanted to start your stream with a bit of a countdown, I could start it like this. And then I could start my live stream. So that's a really nice way to start as well. And I can change backgrounds, I can add music in. So can you see how it's got loads of different ways to be able to play about with this? So what I'm going to, oh, and by the way, Graham's asking, do I need two cameras to do this? Well, no, the only reason I've got two cameras is because I'm talking to the Zoom meeting where you guys are seeing me, and I'm also live streaming. If I was only just live streaming on my own, I would just be using the one camera, probably my better camera than this camera. So that would be the game plan. So that's it, guys. So I'm going to end the live stream and say thank you so much to the LinkedIn audience. I hope that you've enjoyed this. I hope there's some interesting things that you've seen within this live stream. I'm going to then go back to our weekly LinkedIn for Breakfast call where we're doing this demo, and we're going to then dissect how this has all worked. Big love. Take care. See you later, LinkedIn. And I end the live stream like that. And it will just take a second. Perfect. And then I can say how it went. It went good. And job done. So it works, right? And you can see it's ended. So if you're kind of worried about ended, all the rest of it, that's there. And then I can then return to dashboard. So you can see that there's a lot there. There's a lot of fun things to be able to use. And what I would recommend to anybody who's trying this is just take it simply step by step. And so that's what the 4-day challenge is really going to help you with. And Graham's talking about all the medals there. So I got a little bit keen on running, so I got that, hence why all those medals. Anyway, so now we're back to the live stream. We can see that we did the past events in here. We can see that we've got this one in here. This is the duration, and that's the past one, but we've still got our upcoming event, and we're in here, right? So that worked super well. Next stage then is for us to then go and look on LinkedIn to go see the event that we've set up. Okay, so hopefully that shows you the demo. Now, what I would recommend if you're doing this, and when we do this 4-day challenge, I would recommend for people to create an event at a particular time and then go into the studio. Why? Well, if you go into your profile and find the event. So my hope is that the API has now actually posted this as an event. So there you go. So look, you can see this is my live stream, and you see it's just for fun there. Looks really good. And then you can actually see, let's go see posts. I hope it's posted it for me. There we go. Perfect. So day one of LinkedIn Live Challenge, the first video is to focus on this. Live Monday, 9 a.m. See Monday, 9 a.m. in here. So I can go click on this. I can then go and see this event. You see how it's all set up. And I can then go and manage it. So it's going to ask for a little bit more information. So I want to add speakers. And so then I can then add myself as a speaker. Why is that important? Well, it helps with the reach. So it will give a better reach through my connections. Through that, I can then also make sure that it's got the right start time here. So you can see maybe it's been knocked out a little bit. I think that is the right start time because we're +1, aren't we? So 8 a.m. is that, but you can see how it's posted it. It will have started at the right time, but for whatever reason, it's not starting it. So sorry, I'm just need to find, where are we? Here we go, perfect. Good stuff. And then 9 a.m. So it's always worth just double checking all of this, particularly as you can see. And I can add an end date and time. So I can just say it was 9:30 in there. So you just want to make sure it's all perfect in there. Great. And then I can add a bit more of description. Now it did kind of have a description already, but what they does when it posts it, actually just posts it as the post text. And so you want to repost any description in there as well, and then press save. So that's better set up now. And actually all the little boxes that said, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that will be there. And look, we're getting some likes already. And then this is the most important piece. I can press share and then I can go invite. And then I can use this invite feature to now invite people. So I can go industry sector and I can go, oh, I want to go target, say, these different industry sectors. And I can go tick this and show results. this will now show all of my connections that are in that industry sector. I can tick this box and it will highlight 50. But here's the hack that a lot of people forget. You've got to scroll down, it will load more. Scroll down, it will load more. Scroll down, it will load more. And then untick the box, retick the box, and look, you see I've got 80 there, right? And then we go do it again, and we can keep on going. Now, I know it's a little bit laborious, and this is why kind of having virtual assistants and stuff, which is the sort of thing that we can help you to put a virtual assistant into your business. But doing this is definitely sort of VA-based help and support, because yeah, it's just knowing to do it, but then actually spending the sort of 20 odd minutes just going through this. You can do up to 1,000. So you can do this and see I've got 160 there. So I'm going to invite those 160, and my team will then go invite the 840 remaining ones of my 1,000 a week allocation that I can invite to events. So that's how you work. And so now I've got this nicely set up, and I can then start to comment and post about it, and I can share it. So not only have I shared it through there, but I can now also send as a message to people. I can repost to my feed, and I can then start to do, say, reminder, or I can do a, hey, I can do a story, I can expand it out. And so I can then start to really promote this event and get people along to it. Cool. So gang, and the nice thing about that, if I want to do a test run, I just go back into StreamYard and I can go do a live stream. Oh, hello. So I can just, it's going to keep on wanting me to upgrade. I can just do a test like this, test. I jump in and create a live stream, and I can get all of the things, all the working model working in my dashboard again, and go through into the studio. And I don't actually have to go live. I don't have to go live at all, because I can just set it up as a test run. I don't even need to record it. I just play about with it, and I can just keep on adding myself in and saying hello and getting used to the tool. And then without even going live, I can then just go, actually, no, that's fine. I'm just going to go exit now, and I can exit and leave studio, and I'll head back over to my dashboard. Job done, right? And that's what I love about it. Cool. So I can see that there's some questions. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple of things. First of all, 2 announcements, and then we're going to do a breakout room, because I'd love you guys to know a little, or get to know a little bit more about how this might work, and actually get some thoughts from others in here. So let's just go back to our slide deck here. So the first thing that I'd say in terms of announcements before we start is, remember, we've got this go live every day for 4 days challenge, 9 a.m. UK time on this same link. And we will be using this as a way of being able to build different types of streams. So we're going to talk about who you are, what you're selling, some case studies, testimonials, and then call to actions. Those are going to be the 4 streams. We're going to work that over the next 4 days, Monday to Thursday next week. So do jump onto that. It's all in the school community for you to be able to check out and jump into that. It's going to be great. Now, beforehand, we genuinely think that the best thing to do is to have us review your LinkedIn profile to see if we can give you some ideas and tips on how to improve it. Because if you're getting live streams and people are seeing you and they're coming back to your profile and they're checking you out, have you put your profile together for conversion? Are you actually getting leads organically from traffic to your profile? It's super, super important. And actually, if you're not doing that, then we've got an option to be able to get a free LinkedIn profile audit. They are hot property, and we actually run out of spaces all the time. So we've now got a form that we need you to fill in, and it's got a couple of questions to go through. And if you do that, then we will hook you up with a free LinkedIn profile audit. We'll review your profile. So if you haven't had one of those before, jump onto this form, fill it in, and get some assistance on your LinkedIn profile. Cool. Okay. Let's go and hit these breakout rooms. So next step is, in these breakout rooms, we'd love you to share your experience of going live and what get ready for Monday. So thoughts or questions about well, actually, do I feel ready for Monday? And ask your fellow breakouters if you're ready. And then we'll come back into the room after the breakout and share a couple of thoughts and experiences from the room. So let's go do that, because it's really nice to interact and see other people in here. So let's go and set up 4 rooms, and we're going to create those rooms, and we're going to open for 4 minutes, and we're going to come back. So we're going to open rooms now. Okay, so just press go and just join the rooms. Okay, good stuff.